Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Jesus TV. My return subscribers, God bless you all. My new viewers, you're welcome. If this is your first time of viewing my channel, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share my videos, and don't forget to comment nicely. Okay guys, so you all remember this gist. As of last 2 years, Osinanchi, who was a gospel singer, and of course she has 4 kids for her husband. They stay in Abuja. They lived in Abuja. And it was said that Osinanchi's husband, the late Osinanchi's husband, was always maltreating her. And of course, even in front of her kids, he was always flogging her. And you all know the gist now. Like, he didn't allow her to do anything for herself. He was managing her because she's, as a gospel singer, Igbo gospel singer, like, she was making name for herself. People liked her voice. People fall under anointing whenever she's ministering in her ministration. And Osinanchi, who is she has a twin sister who also is a gospel singer. And it was said that after she got married to her husband, the man diverted her face, stopped her from seeing her family members. Even her own twin sister visited Abuja and could not sleep in their house. That was how terrible it was. Like, people saw the man as a demon. Even the children also said that their father used to flog their mom in front of them, like. And they said Osinachi was always scared of her husband. Like, you know how it is. She doesn't want to offend the man, and she doesn't want people to know what she was going through. The man was also a pastor in church, and Osinachi cannot travel without the man. Like, every money she earned from her gospel music, the husband will always collect it and give her whatever he likes. Like, for instance, the last scenario, like the last scenario that broke the camel back, that one of their friend, he could not hide it. He had to call Osinachi's sister to narrate what actually happened to her. Was when Osinachi went to another state for gospel music, gospel ministration. The husband didn't give her money, to sleep in a hotel for at least throughout her stay in that state. Like, it was that bad. And he also made it possible for Osinachi's best friend not to visit her. And like, it was when he beat her to stupor that he went to the hospital to dump her body. And I don't know if a lot of you heard this story. Then it was all over social media. All blogs carried it, and to think that the man looked calm, but like, Osinachi passed through a lot without people knowing. Even her family members, even her aged mother, nobody knew what Osinachi was passing through. What they knew was that the man didn't allow anybody visit them in Abuja, visit them in the house. Even Osinachi's only brother, he didn't allow the sister help him. When they said when he was coming for service in Abuja, like, he didn't allow him come for stay in their house and all that. And the gist was so long and all that. Anyways, at the end of the day, when Osinachi died, that was when the gist started popping up. How the man maltreated her, and how Osinachi lost her life in a marriage that was not worth it. And since then, this Osinachi's husband, Peter Nwachukwu, has been in court. It's been like up to 3 years now. So yesterday, he was finally sentenced to death by hanging. He was found guilty, so he was sentenced to death by hanging. And of course, a lot of people didn't like his attitude. Even the Peter Nwachukwu's brother, uncle, from his own side, they all came out to narrate how the man maltreats Osinachi. And of course, Osinachi was loved by everyone from the man's family because of her kind-heartedness. I mean, this is a woman who respects her husband, who was scared of losing her marriage and all that. Why a lot of people actually said that he was manipulating her, that it was not ordinary. Because tell me why a woman who her family saved saved the first time from a toxic marriage. I mean, she went back to her parents' place in Ebonyi State. She's from Ebonyi State. Why this man, Peter Nwachukwu, I think they said he's from Anambra State also. So now, they said Osinanchi was saved from this man. So she went back to her parents, to her mommy's house. That was where she stayed. The man came begging, pleading, that he has changed, he will never maltreat her like that. And of course, he was going to allow the family members to always have access to their sister, to their sibling. Even Osinachi's twin sister didn't have access to her then and all that. So it was finally resolved, and she moved back to her husband's house, only for her siblings, or her sister, to be called that her sister was no more. They couldn't even see her even when she was sick. It was when she was dead that the man gave them access to, come and visit her corpse and all that. Of course, trust them, those ones cried for help, and they didn't let it slide because they already knew that the man was responsible for Osinachi's death. So after all these years, Peter Nwachukwu has been found guilty for beating his wife to death, and of course maltreating her in an inhuman form. Of course, the kids also came out to give testimonies of how their father was maltreating their mom. I think they said as of then they were going to check in those children, especially their first son, into they were going to get him a therapist, to help him with all they saw, what they passed through. They said at the time the man was flogging his first child, the firstborn, and to be the worst part of it is that Osinachi was not able to help the situation. I mean, she too was scared in the marriage, so how would she be able to help her own child? I mean, it was really, really a huge torture. And people said while listening to Osinachi ministration, you will hear her, she was always in tears, she was always in pains, she was always singing from the depth of her heart, crying. Nobody really knew what she was going through. I mean, I don't know, but they said at the time she went to the pastor, and the pastor said her pastor said she should keep enduring and all that. Well, finally justice has been served, and this is like a lot of people were like asking and pleading for forgiveness so that Osinachi's children will not be orphans. You can imagine their mom is dead, and now their father is going to be hanged, has been sentenced to death and is going to be hanged. So like a lot of people were pleading for the man, why most people said he deserves it. Well, in case you don't know, for a very long time, Osinachi's children has been with Osinachi's people in their state, and I'm sure they are doing well. Osinachi's twin sister has been taking good care of them. Of course, Osinachi has royalties now. All her song that has been on YouTube, iTunes, like that people has been screaming, like she's been earning money. So from there, I guess the manager, will be able to give them money to be able to help or cater for the kids of Osinachi's kids. And a lot of people were like, that period that this incident happened, a lot of people were like, if we were in a toxic marriage, please leave the place. Please leave toxic marriage. Do not stay in an abusive marriage. Like, it opened a lot of people's eyes. And I'm sure a lot of people left. A lot of women, their family member went to take them from their husband's house. It's better they are alive than they are dead. Well, I don't know how this feels. If you ask me, I don't know how this feels. I don't know if, I should be saying, oh, they should forgive they should forgive him for the sake of the kids. But I don't know, like, this kind of person doesn't have any remorse, doesn't have any, change in him. What if he comes back and he still remains the same and the children get to pass through the nightmare? Imagine how the children will be seeing him. So, like, I don't know if the judgment was actually right or wrong. I can't really say how this feels. Like, two parents gone, and of course these children are going to be orphans. But it's okay because they have, you know their mommy's sister and mommy's siblings that, you know loves them, and of course they are taking good care of them. Well, this is actually the gist that is circulating right now. The news was released yesterday that he's been sentenced to death. I mean, they've been going to court for the past 3 years now, and in Abuja, and yes, finally, Osinanchi got justice. But I don't know if this is really, really exciting, because right now, even me, I'm pitying the man, not for his own sake, but for the sake of the children. But even if he's released, what is he going to do for the children? I mean, people around him, like, they are going to trust Nigerians. They won't let him rest. So, uh, either way, either way. So thank you also very much for always coming around, for viewing my channel. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like and share my videos, and don't forget to comment nicely. Have a blessed day. Bye.